Welcome to Getting to Global, the series that profiles e-commerce solutions to help SMEs export. We're here with Bill from framesdirect.com.
Yes.
A U.S. company that actually fulfills orders for eyewear overseas as well. The company's been around since 1996.
That's correct.
So when you're fulfilling orders overseas, what are some of the key things you have to deal with in terms of your interface and setting that up?
We explain throughout the process that VAT and duties are extra, and it depends on their country. Many international customers seem to know if it applies to them or not, if they've dealt internationally before. But really it's about getting that information to them ahead of time so that they're really clear before they start adding things to their cart, and so they'll place the order with us, and then our third-party company, the Landmark Global that we deal with, will place the order or communicate with the customer directly and explain what their VAT and duties will be if it applies.
Okay. Let's talk about building your brand. How do you get overseas consumers to find your US-based website?
We're strictly online, so it's all search engine retargeting, that type of approach. We used to have people strategically placed in Europe that did some marketing for us, but most of it's all through US-based companies now.
How are you going into the virtual try-on space?
So that's something we've entertained for a number of years. Really the biggest challenge we face is not only people making sure that it fits their face, especially with their size, but making sure it looks good.
Right.
The sale, people are buying for fashion reasons primarily, and then obviously there's the technical reasons for prescription, et cetera. Having something to where they can digitally put it on and be able to see how they look in real time, but being able to maneuver with the 3D camera to where you can see the eyewear on you and really get a good feel, especially when you zoom in and zoom out. It's
have you've tried this stuff on? Is it,
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've tried a variety of different services. Right now we're looking at Fitting Box as a
Fitting Box. Okay. So a company Fitting Box, and essentially they integrate into your system, and then somebody can virtually try on any pair.
That's correct. Tryon that we developed was really neat, and actually we can detect your pupillary distance, which is the distance between your pupils.
Yeah, right.
So we can measure your eye size and give you it's called your PD, your pupillary distance, and that's when you actually order online for eyewear, especially prescription. You need to know your PD because it optimizes where it is in the center of your eyewear, of your lenses.
That's a good question. That's exactly what, I grew up, I wear bifocals usually, and it's always a big issue when you go into the store. You feel like you have to physically be there because they have to line up that pupillary distance.
That's right.
You're saying you can accomplish that through this virtual try-on accurately.
Well, so we have two different steps. One is we were working to develop that with our own virtual try-on, but for the we can capture your PD by sending. And right now it's with a CD, and I know CDs or DVDs or whatever are antiquated, but you can put it under your chin and take a picture of it.
Okay.
And we can detect it within 2 millimeters, which is accurate enough for.
Oh wow.
We can detect.
What do you put under your chin? Is it like
it's a CD or DVD. We're going to end up using something like the back of a credit
you actually
card
hold
or
on
something
that.
else.
You hold that. Okay.
But the reason it is that we can detect. We know that the actual size of that. So it's a triangulation. When we know that specific size, we can calculate it to understand the PD distance.
Why are you here? What are you particularly looking to learn at the Digital Summit?
So personalization, really being able to communicate with our customers based off of their purchase history, based off of their interests, not only on our site, but maybe other areas of their daily online habits. Being able to recognize, so a recognized state, being able to recognize them when they come on and being able to communicate with them personally in that way. But then also on-site search, so that they have a really solid ability to search for what they want and have it really personalized to what they've done in the past with us, or with, it starts to learn over time.
Is there any difference in terms of, the engagement of an overseas consumer versus domestic?
For us, it's so new that I think we're probably going to approach it as a global approach, same for everybody.
Overseas customers, let's say Australia, do they mind paying the extra amount of shipping and waiting the extra time?
That's one thing I think they don't mind doing it, partly because some cases they can't get it where they are.
Right.
We do have certain manufacturer restrictions where certain manufacturers say, hey, you can't ship it outside the U.S.
Okay.
So that's a bit of a challenge. So we do communicate that on the site. But it's a lot of them can't get it, otherwise in their country, or they find that they can get it a lot cheaper here and then ship it, and so the actual shipping cost offsets that.
Okay, Bill, we've got the pop quiz. Fun questions.
Sure.
What was the last thing you bought online?
The last thing I bought online was probably dog food.
Dog food, okay. So no
Start
glasses
with
for the dogs yet, they can't.
No, although.
Have you ever played around with it though for the dog face? I mean,
That's a huge marketing thing that people I've seen doing, using animals.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah. Yeah, you put a cat on it and put some glasses.
That's right, yeah.
Next question.
Sure.
If you had a superhero that you could hire on your team, what superpower would they have?
What superpower would they have? Mind reading.